Right, we are hot to trot, but we're actually here at Cranbourne as well. Great to be catching up with Duncan McPherson, who does have a runner later on. Hello, Dunk.
G'day, how are you, Paul?
Very good. We're wearing a few different hats. I haven't got my red one on, but that's okay. Plenty happening. One, this is a brilliant place, isn't it, Cranbourne? And the facilities here are outstanding, and they're doing some great things.
The facilities here are at metro level on a global scale, and between the trotting club and the racing club, the new barn area here is outstanding, and I mean all the stable stall line signs are lit up. The place is lit up like a Christmas tree, and obviously upstairs is one of the best viewing areas in Victoria, and with their decks and everything else, I've advocated to the Cranbourne people that could be one of the second or third metro venues that we have in Melbourne going forward if we restructure our industry.
And they've done some pretty amazing things with the rejigging in the summer carnival. They've actually, their Trotters Cup is part of that. I think there's 6 Group 1 races over 7 weeks for the Trotters. It's pretty amazing stuff what they are actually doing as well.
Yeah, and they're throwing their weight and and Cranbourne are throwing their weight and financial support behind the industry, which is wonderful. And to Cam Gallagher and everybody associated with the Cranbourne Harness Racing Club, it's great to see them. Sunday night time slot seems to have worked out for them, and their spring initiative, I think, is just goes to show when we all think that the chips are down, along comes an initiative that pricks everybody's interest.
Does indeed. We've got a few things to cover off on, but Aldebaran Park, synonymous with the Redwood. You've been the sponsor, I think, the last 3-4 years. I might be in trouble.
Oh, it's been a while. We've done the bracelet. It used to be Harness HRI bracelet, and we picked the bracelet up probably 10-15 years ago maybe. And then, the late Les Chapman rang me, and he was synonymous obviously with the club, but being the home of trotting, and Aldebaran Park does trotters, and to support the club and to raise the profile of Aldebaran Park. We took on the major naming rights for the Redwood Carnival, and then, as you know, had a couple of meetings before last year's event, and worked with Harness Racing Victoria and Les and the team there, and revamped the carnival a little bit. And so Friday's Memorial Day, which is outstanding, and then obviously the grand finale is Redwood Day, which is also Derby Day. And this year the minimum stake money on the Sunday's $10,000, and I know that if you have a trotter anywhere in South Australia or in New South Wales, you should seriously think about coming down for the Friday with one horse, and if you've got another horse, throw one on for the Sunday. So, really looking forward to a fantastic Redwood Carnival. But, the passing of Les late last week has definitely put a dampener on the club there, and I've spoken to a lot of the people there, and Jackson Barbie rang me, and we had a good long chat on Friday afternoon, and Les was his mentor, if you like, in helping manage and lift his managerial skills, and I'm sure Jackson's learned a lot. And I said to Jackson, I had a really good mentor when I was in my early to mid-20s, and I still remember what he told me. I said, later on in life, don't forget what the advice was. What that advice is, I'm sure Jackson will rationalise through that. But he's a young man on the rise in the management ranks in Victoria, and he's got some great initiatives, and he needs to be fully supported, as does the club during this time over there. And let's make sure, as an industry, that we get there and raise a glass to Les on Redwood Day.
It is a massive loss for our industry. There's a man that I could ring up at any point of time and have a chat, or rock up with a camera, and he would chat, and you think you're going to get a 2-minute chat, and if it was something that he loved, which was the Trotters, Maryborough, harness racing, you don't know when it was going to stop. We're going to miss that infectious part, I think, of Les as an industry. I don't think just Maryborough. I think the actual industry is going to miss it. Yeah,
there's no doubt. And as I said to Jackson, he's got a baton to pick up now and run that baton along with a lot of the people on the committee there. There's some very loyal servants over long periods of time, and Jackson's got an opportunity, and the Maryborough community have got an opportunity now to pick up the baton and take Maryborough to where Les would have wanted it to be, and that's the premier trotting setup in Australia, if you like. And I'm a great advocate of Maryborough, the Carisbrook trustees, their lease. They had their function centres been redeveloped. They've taken some initiatives with their Trotters Cup, and there's a whole lot of things that they're doing that are quite innovative in our industry at this point in time, and engagement with their local community. They've got their own budgets, they've got functions that are going there, they've got some tremendous money spinners for the club, and it's a credit not only to Les to set it all up, but, as I say, for Jackson and the committee to now carry that forward. And
I'll challenge our industry. We need people to step up. We need people to continue what these guys are doing. We've lost too many people in the last couple of weeks, months. It's a very sad time in our industry, and we need to make sure we can continue to grow that. I'll wear a few hats. Swan Hill Trots, Swan Hill Harness Racing Club, or the swanhilltrots.com.au. They've got their annual Stallion tender. I think this is about my 5th year I've been promoting it and sponsoring, pushing the word out there. You've been a part of that for those 5 years, and again, you're back again this year. Sky Valley, who's doing an amazing job, just continues to do an amazing job. And this year, for the first time, Elderberry and Zeus both been available. Yeah, we've been with, Jared rings me every year, and it's a very quick phone call. The answer's yes. And then from there we work it forward. So we've been part of this, Elderberry Park's been part of the Stallion tender there since its inception. And I'm always happy to provide services to our stallions. And yes, this year it's definitely Sky Valley, who continues to do a great job, and obviously Elderberry and Zeus. So, I encourage anybody that's involved with the Stallion tender at Swan Hill to dig deep. It's about raising funds for the club, and Swan Hill have been, they've got some great initiatives and some great races and some great racing up there. So it would be bereft of the industry not to support it. And there's got a wonderful Stallion roster, and it's an opportunity early in the season. If you're not sure, fill out your forms or go online and do what you need to do. You might be surprised you might get a Stallion tender you didn't think, but if you're not in it, you can't win it. No, and great support from so many people. The one thing I love about Swan Hill, we've got Yabby Dam Farms and Belmore Park Stud this year, but I definitely know for a fact, and they could have been there last year, I'm not 100% sure on that, but definitely Elabar Farms, as long as I've been doing it, Woodland Stud and Lower Long Farms and yourself, 4 people continue to come back. Anyone wants to know if you're doing something right, that's nearly the number one tick when people just keep coming back. Yeah, I mean, it's about giving back to the industry that gives us as stud masters and breeders so much, and we've got to generate growth, and whether that be by supporting clubs with their Stallion tenders, which then in turn support the participant with their prize money and their offerings. It's a wheel, and the wheel's got to go round, and we've got to make sure as responsible stud masters and breeders and support HBV and all the clubs. We've just got to make sure that we're part of it, and as it's an important time of the year, and if people can get excited about the Stallion roster that Swan Hill have got, then, as I say, you can't win if you're not in it. So, yeah, dig deep and put your hands in and put your bid in and see how you go. It's one of the quirky little ones too. There's 14 horses, 8 trotters in the Sunraysia district where they don't have enough trots. We've got to keep getting the word up there for the trots and get that word out there as well. From the personal point of view, Dichotomy just up to here. The horse itself's not there, but Jess Tubbs, who's just done an amazing job with her horses. And Dichotomy is one of these horses, just continues to shine, shows what a great trainer she is, but also Elderberry and Eagle and the opportunities people have to get Gatesy's Gem, Rockin' With Attitude, those type of horses. But a horse like Dichotomy, which everyone wants one of those in their backyard, just keep coming, keep earning. Yeah, well, it's interesting because we put a post up recently. You had 3 winners in 4 days in 3 different countries, and then lo and behold, Eagle Hanover won again on Thursday night at Cambridge and took her stake earnings over 106,000 in New Zealand, and then 2 days later, Dichotomy wins her 3rd in a row at Metro level and takes her stake earnings to in excess of 135,000. So, he's an ill-fated stallion, but for everyone in New Zealand, he's now chalking over $150,000 earners, and there's 4 of them that have graduated over 100,000 just recently. And, there's no reason why those horses can't race on and take his statistics to, having 6 or 7 horses out of a very limited crop that'll exceed 150,000 in stake money, and 2 champions in the ones that you indicated before, Rockin' With Attitude and Gatesy's Gem. Exclusive to the guys in New Zealand, it's a massive opportunity for these guys. Don't even think about it. If you're over there in New Zealand, you want to think it differently, put them in a sale, because the Aussies can't get them. I mean, that is the one thing, we can't get them now. Yes, and I think, Andrew Fitzgerald, who's our man on the ground, who looks after Elderberry Park's bookings and details in New Zealand,
He's available. Everyone, his details are on our website, in our Stallion brochure section. All our brochures have got the contact details, and I spoke to Andrew today, and he's just in wonderment as well as to how well the horse is going. So it's one thing to buy him in America when he's a young horse. The other thing is to race him and then bring him out here. But then for the job he's done, and I mean the other proud part about for us at the farm is there was an Elder Baron Yankee ancestor there during the week that had a winner, and there's also an Eileen Donnan broodmare that left a winner.
Saw that one.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll put our good hat on. We're very proud of the stallions that we've introduced to Southern Hemispherical racing, and we're hoping that Elder Baron Zeus, everybody knows him. He's settled in at the farm. He's been up there 2 weeks. He's eyeing off the girls as they're walking past, but we've got to get him used to his new life. And Mel and Danny are absolutely delighted with the way things have been. And I went up there on Wednesday and fed him some carrots, and I know Tracy Cullen will be happy to hear that. But, he's in his element, and, we're hoping that this season he's well supported. And, if anyone wants to ring up or talk to us about him, you can ring Danny or you can contact myself, and those details are on the website.
I'll put that post up at the end of this as well. Mate, thank you. Sort of sad week, but I think Les wouldn't want us to be sad about it. I think he'd want us to remember the legacy that he's done for this industry. Always plenty happening in the Swan Hill Stallion tender, but also just go to elderbaronpark.com. Check out the brochures on the boys. As I said, Eagle exclusive to the guys in New Zealand. Zeus is in Australia and New Zealand, and then Sky Valley, who just keeps doing a great job, and I love them because of Mac Flick, and I'll be honest there, I can wear that, but $2,000 is ridiculous service fee price for him and the job that he's actually done over the journey. So, mate, thank you. As always, hot to trot.
Yeah, and the other thing we've done just before we go is Elder Baron Zeus. We've made him eligible for New Zealand size stakes, so all the people in New Zealand, if you're thinking about going to a stallion over there, his eligibility has now been confirmed with NZSBA or NZSS. So, yeah, he's ready to go, and that should just, spruik a little bit more interest in him over in New Zealand. And as far as the week goes, look, we'll all bounce back as an industry. Really looking forward to the Redwood. And as you said earlier, we're hot to trot at Elder Baron Park.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you. Thank you, Paul.
Well done, buddy. Thank you.